Hello, my friends. It's time to do the end of season awards and then a poll for you, the viewer. What we're going to do, my friends, as we go through this today, also, welcome in, like button, subscribe if you're new on episode 78-ish, something like that. Anyway, we're going to go through the end of season review. We're going to talk about plans for next season. I kind of asked this at the end of last episode, but I want to make sure I'm calling it out this episode. The question at the end of today, and I want to hear from as many of you in the comments as humanly possible, is next season going to be the last season? If we finish above Dortmund and check that box, or do we have to win a title? Do we have to win the Champions League or the Bundesliga? What's going to satisfy you as the viewer? That's what I want to know. But first, the end of season review. We drew with Bayern Munich in the last game of the season because of course we did. New arrivals. Signing of the season, Anel, 17 million. I guess it is what it is. You were supposed to have left your signing of the season, player of the season, young player of the season at the door, okay? You leave it, ring the doorbell and leave. You're supposed to have that done the last episode. Anel, 17 million, gets a C. How is he? Curious. And again, why is he listed as Schalke 2? He wasn't a second team signing. Doing my best not to be a bitter FM player. It's hard. How is he a C+ and the signing of the season? He gave us a 7.26, 3 goals and assists, 34 starts, 2 subs, essentially played every game. This is mainly due to getting the player to agree to a lower wage. Why is he a C+? Valdez is an A-. What? Why? I think somebody last time we did this was like, yeah, the grade is based off of the transfer fee or something like that. And it doesn't matter what they do in the season. And I'm like, well, then that's a pretty dumb thing to call the signing of the season. Wouldn't you want to see what the signing does in the season? I'm not saying the commenter was dumb. I want to be really clear about that. That's not that commenter's fault. If they are accurate, that's how FM judges this, then that's dumb. Wouldn't it make... If I paid 100 million for a player that did nothing, that's got to be an F, right? If I paid 0 for a player that scored 400 goals, that's got to turn out to be an A, right? Like, how is he the signing of the season but a C+? Anyway, Valdez, that we got for 7 million, gets an A-. That backup rotation, 29 total appearances, half of those being starts. Not bad. Calvinho, 1 for the future, 3.8 million. We just chucked that money in there. Ryan gets a C with a 17 million. Not really judging that. 5 assists on a 6.94. Not terrible, but not great. Harvey Elliott gets a B-, 14.5 million. And then Eduardo, even though it says, it doesn't make any sense to me, A+, because he took a lower wage and we paid 16.25 for him. He gave us 7 starts and a sub and a 6.6 in those. It wasn't like he lit the world on fire. Anyway, transfers out. We'll just hit him real quick. Zalazar out for 22 million. I think that's a phenomenal deal for us, if I can be honest. Abner Alou goes out for 2.4 million. Bozdogan for 1.3. Costas for 11. Patrick we let go on a free. Sorry, Patrick. Love you, brother. Malik for 16.5. Other Karim for 1.2. Joe Scally, we finally cut the cord on with 1.1 million. Those are fine. Loans out. I'm quite happy with Luciano Ferreira. 25 grand. I mean, not for the loan fee, but like he found his level there at Banek Ostrava. I'm hoping we could sell both of these guys, if I can be honest with you. Now that we got them a little bit more experience. Luca here did really well at Duisburg, 6.91. He is at a third Liga level rather than a Regionalliga, whatever the 4th division, below third Liga in Germany is. I'm hoping we can re-loan him, to be honest with you. Podlets has hopefully increased his value enough that we could sell it. Womp womp. All right, how it unfolded second. 60,001 attendance. Average, 96%. Not bad. 13 points off Bayern. They are just a machine. Kylian Mbappe. Like, I'm curious what has happened in your saves. Has in your saves Mbappe gone to Bayern Munich? Or if they haven't, I guess you'd have to be playing in Germany to really care. But like, Has anybody been able to mount a challenge to Bayern? I just feel like it's unfair they got like a player worth 150 million for free. It kind of changes the calculus a little. At least makes it more expensive. But look at this run. Look at this amazing run. And it's like, if you look at this, you go, you finished second? Like, that's unfair. And all it comes down to is the back half of the season, we definitely kind of lost steam a little bit. Now, you might argue part of that is somewhere in here is where FM rolled out the winter update. And I don't know if something happened with like inverted wingers or forwards, or if it was just, if that even applies to current saves. I can't remember those things with updates getting rolled out with FM. But oh man, that first half of the season was glorious. But we nicked second by 3 points. It got a little nervy there at the end, but it works out. No idea what's happening with the text here. That's supposed to say top goal scorer. What happens if I click off? They've introduced a new bug. Great job, SI, with whatever that is supposed to say. Top goal scorer for Schalke, I think is what that's supposed to say. We're being positive. All right, Origi and Vieira, top goal scorers in the Champions League. We get a B plus. We got out of the group. Yeah? I don't even remember where we were in the group. Were we top of the group? Isn't that what happened? We only lost one game. Sure, yeah, we were top of the group. How is that? Anyway, we make it the semifinal. Disappointing result against Arsenal, I think, is the only thing you can say there. We got knocked out by Eintracht Frankfurt, which was extremely disappointing. And then, of course, we lost to Bayern in the DFB Super Cup. But at least it wasn't whatever it was that one time, 8-1 or 8-0 or whatever. Moments to remember. Let's see, 4-1 here. Is Conceição's goal in the first minute really that good? Let's all anticipate this together. Was it worth getting goal of the season? Moves my cursor. I will say that's fine. That one actually, you go, yeah. From distance, far post, upper bin, top bin, 90, corner, whatever they call it these days. You know, I'll take that. We beat Monaco 3-0. That was a match to remember. And then a 6-0 Bayer Leverkusen smashing. We upped our sponsorship just as we lost broadcast revenue. I'm not sure. Is it because of the Super Cup? I mean, the DFB Pokal. Because we didn't make a run in the DFB Pokal? You would think the Champions League would give us that money. Wouldn't you? Am I crazy? Wouldn't you think that? Corporate and hospitality up. Competition prize money's up because we made the run in the Champions League. Matchday and commercial actually fell, which is interesting. Origi, Conceição, Vieira, DK, and Wahid as our top kits. They actually got the formation right, except Simon's played here every single time. Jakic was here every single time until he broke his ankle. Everyone else is correct. Is what it is. All right, fans player of the season, Wahid, and young player of the season, Wahid. Signing of the season, we already know, is Anel. Goal of the season is Frankie. DK with 24 goals is like, hey, what's up? Wahid had 4 goals in a match. That was a breaking a record for the club in the save, and then 7 player of the match awards in a season. Not bad. And then goal time, 23 seconds. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff there. Wahid was good, right? So, like, fair play. Now, Liverpool is interested in Wahid, so that's a little bit of a nervy thing to talk about, isn't it? Boy, our left back situation is so bad that Thomas is still in the best 11. And what does Lewis Penman have to do to get past Ortega? I mean, really. How long has Penman been our goalkeeper? It's after the 3rd season, I bet. Okay. That's okay. Malik, Hanko, Patrick, nobody in the back line because they're all relatively new. Vieira makes the list. Zalazar, Metz is still there. DK's here. Gelhart still owns the right back or the right winger, and then Origi has got that left wing on lock. I think he's actually going to stay. Now the question becomes, my friends, his contract is up in a year. I didn't think we would get to this point, to be completely honest with you. So, do you offer him out? Do you offer Divock Origi out for 25 million, even though he has a 34 million clause, or 30 million or something? He's done nothing but produce for us. I mean, this season, okay, he was betting in. Fair play. Here, 14 goals, 8 assists. 9 goals, 5 assists. 12 goals, 8 assists. All over a 7.1. All a 7.17 or better, aside from this first half season. But his contract, I can't offer him another contract, can I? I mean, we could afford to, but like, we've got wage budget. We could offer another 100 grand if we wanted to, but like, it seems like now would be the time, except the problem is he's a team leader now. What would you do with Divock Origi? Let me know in the comments. So when I look at the squad here, we got 40 million to spend before any sales. Oh, by the way, 27.8 million net debt, my friends. If we sold Origi, we'd be at 0. I'm just saying. Now they wouldn't pay off the loans or anything like that, but we have done quite the business. Obviously, that would go back up if we had transfers in. Yeah. That type of a thing. Anyway, that was exciting to me. Like, remember when we started, it was 200 million? Holy guacamole. So when I look at the squad here, okay, Valdez had to start. Let's go get our usual suspects in here. Scarlat. Can you believe we paid 2 million for Batella? 2 million. Thank you, Genoa. Goodness me. He's worth 42. Does he have okay, he doesn't have a clause. I wised up to that business. We got Batella and Anel, Scarlat and Ryan. Now, we do have Aduato. Now, Aduato, to be honest with you, has not done a good job. I'm tempted to loan him out. But we have the group stage in the Champions League. So it's like, he's already concerned. And Ryan is concerned because I gave some of his minutes to Aduato. This is my fault because I signed 2 players on important player and regular starter minutes. I'm not disputing that. But how would you deal with that? Would you drop Ryan to a regular starter and Aduato to a squad player? Or would you just tell him to deal with it and then loan him in January? Yeah. I mean, good problem to have. We have too many good left backs, okay? We have Jakic here. Now, Jakic is 30 years old, broken ankle. I think it's a little unfair from a rating standpoint, right? 6'8", 6'8", because he's playing a ball-winning midfielder on defend. And, like, typically, in my experience, that doesn't go well from a rating standpoint, but he's also very important, right? We do have Meta Yilmaz, if we can pop him up here to the 10th substitute. Again, he's not a ball-winning midfielder because he's not aggressive enough. He could do the job, but we've had him training central midfielder on defend, and he's doing quite well with it. He's 20, but do we switch him? Does Yilmaz become the starter, and Jakic on important player is going to have to drop to squad player? Would he even accept that? Or do we sell him and go get somebody else that's not coming off of a broken ankle? Because he's down to 2.5 stars in comparison to the rest of the squad. Xavi Simons is capped out at 3 stars. He's been phenomenal. 4 goals, 7 assists, 704, 24. I don't think he's going to get that much better. So, like, we could go get another midfielder of some reputation. I'm happy with Conceição and Vieira. And currently, Origi, we got to make a decision on that. But even with Vieira, I think Gerardo has got to go. His value's not going to get any better. There's teams that Leipzig is interested in him. He just hasn't been very good. He's fluent in German. We paid 16 million. If we could get 26 million, make some money on him. I just wish he'd worked out. Like, I'd like to keep him around, ideally, at least the first half of the season, right? Because he and Vieira can rotate, and Vieira can rotate with Conceição. So, like, we have, like, 3 players for 2 spots and can rest them as we need. Wahid can play the left wing and up top. You've got Origi, Wahid, Balogun, who's been okay, but we've already paid the 6 million because of you all in the comments. Daryl Dike, and obviously Wahid. It might be time for Evan Rotundo to go, but like we also need homegrown German players, German nationality, homegrown player thing. Harvey Elliott can rotate in pretty much any of the spots. that we need. Calvino, we're probably going to loan out. Kai Brewer, we might loan out. Other Karem, we might loan out. But again, we need homegrown players. David Hanko might go. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe David Hanko goes and Calvino gets his minutes. Or Calvino goes on loan and David Hanko, again, as a squad player, gets the left back rotation. Or the left center back, really. I'm just the players down here at the bottom that you can't see. There we go. If I rotate all the way out of the way. Schuhen probably, I mean, would we trust Schuhen to come back to be one of our rotation options in midfield? He kind of needs the minutes. We sent him out on loan twice. He's done all right. He's not doing great. He's done all right. He likes playing with us, is what I'm taking away from that. So could he be one of the rotation options? He's homegrown. We got Valdez as well to rotate on the right back, even though he's not really a right back. Montader needs to go back on loan. I'm going to try and sell Selly, probably Podlets, because he's not going to get any better from he's not going to be our backup. And Ferreira. I'm kind of just, I don't really know. And it really, how I look at this, because I know my big question for you is, well, what do we do? Do we stick around for another season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, whatever it is? I think at least 1 season. But what I don't want to do is we're going all out. We're going to go back to 200 million in debt for the last season, right? Like the whole point of this save was to take Schalke from the Zweite Bundesliga and like reclaim that the top 4, top 5 spot in the Bundesliga. And we've done that. We want to finish above Dortmund. We've done that 2 out of 3 seasons. So next season we could do that theoretically, unless they suddenly become amazing. But then is it time to like shut it down and move on to another save? Just speaking as a content creator, we've talked about this before. A lot of times it's better to do 6 episodes on a club and move on, because you get the interest spikes from YouTube and viewers and the algorithm. Not many of you that were here for the intro trailer are here on episode 77, 78, whatever it is, right? It's just inevitable. But I like doing long saves. So is it long enough if we do 1 more season, or does it need to be 2 more seasons? I want to hear from you if what's going to satisfy you. And I want to know, should we sell Divock Origi? Should we push Divock Origi out of the club? He gave us 18 goals and 10 assists. He's been phenomenal. What about a 1-year extension? Would he take a 1-year extension? Let me know, my friends. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.